From recipe testing to design, this is how I transform my apartment into a next level coffee bar, serving up some of the most innovative coffee drinks in New York City. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of turning my apartment into a home cafe. This time, me and my boyfriend are going to be turning our apartment into a concept coffee bar. And the inspiration that we're going off of is this famous coffee shop in Shanghai. It's called OPS. On our last trip to China, this was one of our bucket list coffee shops on our Shanghai trip. But unfortunately, we weren't able to make it to Shanghai in the end. But what's really unique about this coffee shop, they specifically serve kind of like cocktail style drinks, which is the same, I think, as like barista competition style drinks. Think of like a cocktail, but non-alcoholic and coffee based. So it's essentially like an elevated coffee drink. And because we weren't able to visit it in the end, I thought, why not make that the next home cafe concept? If we weren't able to experience it, let's just make it ourselves. So that is the inspiration for the cafe this time. And I spent some time this morning making the Partyful event. So let me show you. This is the Partyful invite. So after we created the event page and we sent it out to some of our friends, we started brainstorming a few drink ideas. And then we went to Whole Foods to grab some of the ingredients. So it's time to test out one of the drinks. With blood orange instead of the grapefruit.
Chocolatey.
Yeah. Hello, so we just finished all of the experiments, so I thought I'd come back and give a summary of everything that we tried. So the concept for this drink was to do a grapefruit tonic. So the main components of this drink were gonna be tonic water, grapefruit juice. We also bought some blood oranges, so we wanted to test grapefruit or blood orange juice, and then espresso on top. The first thing that we tried was tonic water, grapefruit juice, espresso, and a pinch of salt. And that one just ended up being a little bit too salty. Another thing we tried is we have like a set of cocktail bitters, and I took out the orange citrus bitter and we just put 2 drops of this in to see if that would kind of up the citrus flavors. That one had a lot of potential because it had a lot of chocolate notes, which was very interesting. And then our last experiment was just to test if we replaced the grapefruit with blood orange juice, and we kept the orange bitters, how that would play against number 2. And the final conclusion on that was it just ended up tasting more like average in a way. Out of those 4 experiments, we had our favorite, which was number 2. The next thing we tested was garnishes. What I did is brulee 2 slices of the grapefruit. One of them I added a little bit of salt, but overall with the drink, it just kind of felt like an afterthought. Like the bruleed grapefruit didn't add that much to the drink. Another thing we tried was to spritz some of the grapefruit peel oil onto the top of the drink, and that just added so much more dimension. Like it smelled so good when you smelled the drink. So we're definitely gonna do that for the garnish, and maybe even make like a chocolate garnish to emphasize visually that this drink has grapefruit and chocolate flavors. So yeah, that is the plan for now. We officially have the first drink on our menu. Hello, good evening. It's a Thursday after work and we have our next drink here. This is my first time making it. It's a butter latte. So it's made with salted New Zealand butter and then it's just like a hot steamed milk latte. Let's give it a try. Whoa. Oh, I like it. Wait, that's so surprising because it's very, very creamy, and that like salted butter, it adds like a texture to your mouth when you drink it. Like at the end, there's that kind of like salted butter, like roundedness to it. And it's like creamy in a different way than if you made a latte with heavy cream or something like that. Surprisingly, at first I didn't like it, but then on the second sip, it got better. I think because at first you don't expect it to be so salty, but on the second sip, your mouth has kind of normalized to the saltiness. So now it starts to taste naturally sweet. I really like it. Let me get Joe to try it. All right, Joe, this is a salted butter latte made with salted New Zealand butter.
From the homeland.
Yes, and you have to try in 2 sips. First, taste it once and then taste it a second sip.
Oh, very salty.
Now drink it again, now drink it again.
Oh, it's like I have lip balm.
Yeah, isn't that great?
It's very comforting. It's like very creamy. It's nice. What if you add some sweetness?
Yeah, that's what I want to add next. I just added 1 gram of simple syrup. Let's see. I think it's interesting, but now the sweetness kind of killed what was interesting though.
Yeah, it kind of turned back into just normal latte.
Yeah, but what could I have added to the drink to bring it like 1 level higher? Let me think about it more. Maybe next version will be it. It is Friday after work and we still only have 1 drink on the menu. And the event is next weekend, so we really need to start pumping out drinks. For today, I have prepped another version of the salted butter latte. This is using the same amount of salted New Zealand butter as the first version, but I have browned it beforehand. So hopefully it has a little bit more of a deep flavor. And then the other thing is I created a honeycomb candy and crushed that up and put it here on the side. The honeycomb candy is a little bit under. At first I burned it, and then the second time I made it, I was scared of burning it, so I didn't let it caramelize enough. But I think we can still use it to see if there's any potential with that. Let's see how it is. Whoa! Oh my god, that's a lot of flavor. Very interesting. I think the drink has a lot of potential. You know how they always say you should always add brown butter because it always makes like everything better, like in terms of baking recipes. But I feel like this is like the purest version of that. Brown butter is the centerpiece of this drink and I like that. Now let's call in Joe to taste. Okay, Joe, come here. Salted brown butter New Zealand latte with the crushed honeycomb on the side.
Whoa. It reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, you can really taste the roasty brown butter. But I can't put my finger on it. It's like buttered squid.
Buttered squid? Shall we call it buttered squid latte?
It's tasty.
It's definitely like a slap in your face. Even if you're someone with like kind of dull taste buds, 1 sip of this and you'd be like, whoa, what is going on there?
I think it still needs something though. It's definitely better than before. Like
Okay.
way better.
We have potentially a second drink. All right, that's the update for today. Hello, good evening. It is Saturday and I just finished our next dessert idea. It's actually kind of a deconstructed version of a Maui banana bread recipe that I've made before. Usually for this recipe, I make a miso caramel and I kind of like lace that into the batter and bake it in the actual cake. But what I'm trying this time is to leave that out of the batter and just add that as a sauce for the cake. And I've also made for the first time a stabilized whipped cream, and it's just sweetened with just a touch of honey and a pinch of salt. So I'm hoping that will be a great complement to this cake. Let's try it. There is some potential here, but the cake recipe is a little bit too spongy and I feel like I actually want it to be more cakey. Let me ask Joe.
Wow. This caramel is really good. That's what elevates it. It's like very complex. This banana bread needs to be improved somehow. Not bad though.
Alright, so I guess we have one dessert in the running for now. I'll just have to figure out how to get enough ripe bananas to actually be able to have enough cake by like Saturday for the event. We're running a little bit short on prep time, so I think this will have to do for now. Good morning. It's bright and early on Thursday, 8:35 a.m. And last night we realized with our original drink that for some reason it didn't have the chocolate notes that it initially did, which was like the whole reason why we love that drink. It just ended up tasting like a standard espresso tonic, which is not good because our whole idea for drinks on our menu is for them to be experiences in a cup. So with that, we are actually running quite behind on the schedule. We only have tonight and tomorrow night to do more prep, and then it's the morning of the event. So we really need to start having recipes like ASAP. After work today, the plan is to actually go and buy all the ingredients. So yes, that is why this morning we are now becoming a little bit desperate and starting to work on drink recipes. So the next drink I am working on is called umevele, and I don't know if you've had this before. It's like a unique French dessert, and it's like two meringues stacked together with whipped cream with double cream, and then there's little bits of meringue coated on the outside. It's a very, very delicious dessert that I have made quite a few times in the past, and so my idea is to capture that into a drink. So what I have here is a soft whipped cream made with double cream, and here in the States it's really hard to get a hold of double cream, so I just have this one from the store. And then the other night I had made some coffee meringue bits, which is gonna be for the top of the drink. Let's quickly make that. All right, here it is, our next drink. This is the umevele with the little meringue bits on top. Let me try one more version. Next version. I think it's better. I added a little bit more salt, but I think that might be the mistake because that is kind of what's pulling the vision away from being like a classic umevele. It's not bad though. Let me ask Joe.
Oh, it's nice. It really is kind of like umevele, which is kind of surprising. I think it still needs maybe another element for it to be OPS level.
We'll give it a thought and think about it. What the hell? Much better, much better. Last drink.
Hopefully the final version, jasmine mist. So same thing as before, except we've infused the cream on top with jasmine as well, and just kind of polished up the final looks.
I like that idea. Cheers. Whoa, I love the consistency of the cream. It tastes really bitter for some reason.
It does taste a bit more coffee today. You know what it is? I used the decaf beans instead of the non-decaf.
The last few days I spent some time working on the designs for our poster and the menu and drink cards, so let me show you what we're going with. Let's start with the poster. This was the initial event photo, and I wanted to turn this into a poster that we could actually hang up in our space, and we decided to go with with this for the final poster design. OPS, and actually a lot of places in China did this, but they serve their drinks with these drink cards which tell you the name of the drink and then details on the ingredients and tasting notes. So we wanted to do something similar as well. For the drink cards, I had two concepts. One was a colorful drink card and then a more minimal design on a off-white cardstock. And we decided probably gonna go with this colored design because it pops a little bit more. And finally, for the menus, we decided to go with the ribbon design over here. My plan is to print the menus and probably these drink cards just at our printer at home. And what I want to do for the poster is print it in full color on a larger piece of paper. So we're probably gonna go order that and pick that up at Staples.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Expectation, reality. The food labels, they came out great, but unfortunately with my drink labels, I thought my printer was pretty good, but it completely did not get any of that gradient design. And we decided that this actually looks probably worse than this. So I went ahead and just reprinted it on the off-white paper, and now it's looking a lot better. More basic, but definitely looks a little bit nicer. Good morning. It's the morning of the event. We have less than 2 hours until the event starts and we have a bunch of stuff to do. I need to first arrange these flowers. We need to clean up the space, rearrange the space, and then we need to start toasting all of the baked goods. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, here are the final arrangements. It is now a few days after the event and I wanted to come back and fill you in on how it went. So overall, we had 16 of our friends attend this event and in total we made around 20-ish drinks. People really enjoyed the food and the drinks that we had. We did get a lot of comments that the drinks were super unique and they never had flavors like burnt honey and the deepness of the salted butter in a latte before. And people were also raving about the mushroom croissant that Joe made and the miso caramel banana bread dessert that we had as well. But yeah, that is everything I wanted to share. I hope you enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes of how we put together this event. Let me know down below if you have any other home cafe ideas you want us to try. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!